Wow, from the most attractive angle too.
Oh, you're still looking cute. What are you talking about? Come on.
He's trying to focus.
Show us little boy. Oh, hey. All right. Off we go. Is that a burp? That was was that a burp? That was definitely a burp, eh? Stabilizer's not bad on this camera, actually. Wow. What?
We filmed on it in Japan and it was really good.
It was impressive. It's very impressive. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, it's Bangkok Hooker. Welcome to the English channel. And we're in Bangkok. So, I don't know. How are we going to start this? It's kind of nerve-wracking, really. I haven't done an English language video in a long time. Well, at least not an English language only video in a long time. So this is quite something new for me. So for those who are new here, hey, what's up? I'm Bangkok Hooker. I make fishing videos in Thailand as well as fishing products. We run a company called Rak Tok Pla, and I used to be on Discovery Channel. So yeah, that's a good start, I guess. So today I want to tell you guys about how I met my friend Nimitr, the Tuk Tuk driver. What is a Tuk Tuk driver and why do I want to meet one? Well, first up, in Bangkok City, there are these cars called Tuk Tuk. They have 3 wheels, small little engines, and they go all around the city sending people. But nowadays, they're mostly known for just taking tourists around and sometimes scamming them. But yeah, they're basically scam artists. With that being said, you know, these guys are, yeah, they're kind of shady, but at the same time, they're very cool and interesting, colorful people. And I've always thought to myself, wouldn't it be kind of cool to just meet one and, you know, be friends with one? But that's never really happened. I don't have too many tuk-tuk drivers within my social circle, so it's like one of those things where I just kept thinking about over and over again, but never had it yet. Then fast forward one day, I was walking out of Sukhumvit Soy 11 with Susie, and that's like a very touristy place. Once you're in there, usually there's like a bunch of tuk-tuks all parked there. Oh, can't film here apparently.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I thought to myself, I've always wanted to make friends with a tuk-tuk driver, but I didn't quite have anyone in my circle that was a tuk-tuk driver until recently. So I was walking out of Sukhumvit Soy 11. This is like kind of the touristy street of Bangkok. Well, I mean, used to be before COVID happened. Every time you walk down the street, there's always like a bunch of tuk-tuks parked all along there, just trying to get some tourists or some foreigner to go on a ride. So I thought to myself, all right, there's gonna be a ton of tuk-tuks as usual, and I don't want to be solicited because every time you walk by, they're always like, oh, would you want to go to a massage parlor? You want to go to a gem store? Blah blah blah. And you know what? You see this every day, you get kind of tired of it. So I'm like, oh god, you gotta just put your head down, plow forward like a Ferrari going through a motorbike. Anyway, so just kept going forward, and all of a sudden someone starts saying something to me, right? And I thought, okay, it's gotta be massage parlor stuff or some sort of gem scam shit. But it turns out to be Bangkok Hooker. I thought, what the fuck, right? So I looked up and it's like, shit, there's someone actually calling out to me, and you know, this face looking out at the pink and green tuk-tuk with a snaggle tooth is like calling out my name. So I said, yo, what's up? And so we started talking a bit, and he said, yeah, I saw you on Discovery Channel, and then now following you on YouTube. I'm like, shit, really? I said, yeah, man. We had a nice interaction. Apparently he comes from Roi It province, which is like about 500 kilometers northeast of Bangkok, and he's come here to make some money. You know, so I was like, yo, cool. And then we took a selfie together, and as I was walking away, I thought, hey, you know what? I just started a company. I need a driver, and I've always wanted to make a tuk-tuk friend. So I asked him, would you like a job? And that's how I hired my first tuk-tuk driver. So I hired him last year, and since then we went on lots and lots of fishing trips. He became my driver, he also sometimes my cameraman, and also sometimes just fished beside me. We had a great time. I mean, there was one time where we went to Kankachan and I hooked him in the lip with a treble hook.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, sorry, dude. There was that time, wait for the cars to go by, wait for another car to go by. was I? Oh yeah, right. Another motorbike to go by, and go. So yeah, hooked him in the lip. What else did we do? He filmed me once when I broke my hand. You know, I did a one-handed fishing video, and he was there to be my cameraman. Anyway, on top of that, we just spent a lot of time just talking. He and I are from two very, very different backgrounds. I mean, have you not noticed that my English is literally perfect? And that's not a surprise. I went to a good school. I went to an English language school in Bangkok, and that's why I sound like an American kid. And my Thai is kind of rubbish. He, on the other hand, comes from Roiton, which is like 500 kilometers outside to the northeast. He comes from a rural area, you know, everyone in his family is all into the rural stuff, and you know, he made his way all the way to Bangkok. Someone with a small PPV vehicle. I don't understand, why do people have such loud vehicles? I mean, you need to get A to B, you don't need to announce the damn thing, right? When did having to get from A to B need to be announced with a loud exhaust pipe? It's ridiculous. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, so we talked a lot, and I got to know so much more about him and his world, you know. And so here are some things I learned about the tuk-tuk world. First, that parking spot he had right there on the street, you know, on one of Bangkok's most popular tourist street. He pays only 1,000 baht to park there per month. That's like what, $26, $27 for like prime parking? Like, imagine someone said, yo, I got you parking on somewhere in New York, 5th Avenue, or like for $30 a month. They would freaking blow their minds. But yeah, that's what he somehow achieved, because that's all the cops want, I guess. The second thing I learned is how they really make money. So there are two ways that a tuk-tuk driver can make money. So tuk-tuk drivers can make money two ways. By fares, which is taking someone from A to B and then charging them money for it. And then there's commissions. Now this is where they make the real money, right? So the commission works like this. A business in Bangkok wants some of that juicy, fresh, naive foreigner money. You know, some tourist gets off a plane, has no idea how much things cost in Thailand. That is like the perfect person to scam. They basically have these deals where like, all right, tuk-tuk drivers, taxi drivers, if you bring these foreigners into our businesses and our establishments, we'll give you a commission rate. So Nimitr said the smallest commission he had ever gotten per head was 67 baht. That's like about what, $2.50, $2 US. And then he said the highest he ever got from a commission, a single commission from one person, was 40,000 baht. Just to put it in perspective, his girlfriend, who actually has a degree, who works in an office as an auditor, like a proper job, she makes only about 20,000 baht a month. So yeah, solid. $40,000 baht. How do you make 40,000 baht? So apparently that came from a 35% commission for selling gems. So if someone do the math for me, I don't have a calculator, but yeah, 35% was what he got. Solid. I mean, that gem was probably most likely fake, but there's no way for us to find out. So, you know, badass. I mean, and Thailand isn't the fairest place. I mean, you're looking at a country where taxis have cost 35 baht for the past 15 years. Like, the fares have not improved. Minimum wage is still officially 300, but you can get away with like migrant worker labor for like, you can get away with migrant worker labor for like a lot cheaper. But yeah, Nimitr was pulling 40K for that one guy, and the highest he ever pulled in a single month was 80 to 90,000 baht. That's solid. But yeah, so times were good. Times with him were really good. We did a lot of fishing. We had a lot of fun talking about each other's lives. But then, two things happened. One, his girlfriend got pregnant. And two, COVID happened. When COVID happened, Thailand's economy shut down. Like many other countries, it just didn't work anymore. Especially because in 1997, our country went through one economic crisis, redesigned itself to become a tourist economy. So when you have a tourist economy and no tourists, this happens. So with no more foreigners coming in, that also meant a death to the tuk-tuk industry. Nimitr just had no more money coming in. He had a baby coming along, so he decided to go back to Roy for the time being. But before he went, I asked him, can I try drive your tuk-tuk?
ไอ้นี่ไม่ทางนี้กัดยากชิบหายว่ะ
โคตรยากเลย
แต่ละตัวก็กัดผ้าโดนถุงพลาสติกอีกแล้วอีกตัวเล็กก็ไม่กัดแล้วถุยไปไหมได้ไหม
ไม่ดิ
ไปรถคันไหนดิ
ตุ๊ก
โอเค
แล้วพี่ออสขับเป็นเหรอ
โอเค พี่นิมิตสอนเลย
เหยียบคลัตช์คัตเตอร์
As Nimitr drove into the sunset, I waved him goodbye. That was the last time I physically saw him. We kept in touch using Line Messenger. He had moved back to Roy and his son was finally born. But at the same time, the tourists did not return. There was no money left in the tuk-tuk business, and Nimitr had to do the dreadful thing. He sold his pink and green tuk-tuk. He gave up his apartment in Bangkok and he moved back to Roy. Today, Nimitr lives with his mom and dad, with his partner and their baby. They do different jobs to make ends meet, but both Nimitr and his partner Muk can usually be found in the Roy market selling beef offal soup, or in Thai we call it Tom Krung Nai Wua. As we exchange messages, Nimitr sent me one not too long ago expressing his time in Bangkok and his move back home. I may not make the kind of money I used to when I was in Bangkok, but at least here I get to work close to my family and get to watch my son grow up. In Bangkok, I would just be working day and night just to make ends meet and pay the rent. Sometimes I stay up at night thinking about my Bangkok days, and I think of all the foreigners who got tricked out of their money, and sometimes I feel sad that was my reality. I had to make ends meet and had to do these things to make ends meet. The craziest thing about all this is that Nimitr is only 25 years old. He's 10 years younger than me, has no educational degree, but was capable of hustling up to 90,000 baht a month. When I think about young guys like Nimitr, their ability to be resourceful, I have hope for our future. As for today, I'm Ozbank a Hooker. Thank you for watching my Tuk Tuk Story video. Do stay tuned for the next episode. As for now, I'm out, and I'll see you guys later. สวัสดีครับ